Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Christian from BM Premiere, and there's a new series in Netflix next week, and I was lucky to get the first 6 episodes of the first season of Netflix 1899. Now, this is a spoiler-free review as the show is gonna get released next week, and the show I have a lot to say about this mind-bending new series. So, Netflix 1899 is a thrilling action-packed drama that will keep you on the edge of your seat. The series starts out with a bang and doesn't let you down. Something to know that I have not watched the episode 7 or 8, so I just don't know how it ends. And the 6th episode has me waiting and anticipating what's gonna happen in the next 2 episodes. When you watch episode 6, you will know that you cannot pause and not watch episode 7. Now, this is a show that I've been anticipating since I saw the first trailer, and I was instantly intrigued. First of all, it's created by the same director and writer from the Netflix series Dark, which was an epic sci-fi time traveling series, which I love. And some of the cast from that show are in this show as well, a few from that show, so it had me more intrigued. Now, something that I love that I have to say that it's not a spoiler, but the show is multi-language. So you're gonna have different languages in different scenes. So it doesn't matter what scene you're watching, you're gonna have the English subtitles. And yeah, so that's something that I love. So it's something that I have not seen before because it has different languages, different backgrounds of people. So that's something that I just love. So instead, like in Dark was only German language, here we have multiple language as well as German. Actually, the main principal actor is the same actor as Dark, which was awesome to see. For that reason alone, the show has an incredible cast that I love. Now, there are only 8 episodes, so it's not gonna take you long to finish. I only watched 6, but it was definitely worth watching at least one or twice. I'm watching it for the second time for a lot of reasons that you're gonna see in the show. As Dark, of course, details are giving that you want to know more and more about what is being developed. This is due to the plot and the details that are in scene by scene. You watch the detail and you have to watch in previous episodes how that played out and how they explain that particular scene in a previous episode in a later episode. So the plot of this show is the following. Passengers on an immigrant ship traveling to the new continent and get caught in a mysterious riddle when they find a second vessel adrift on the open sea. So this is just the overall story of the season. Now there's multiple things that are connecting, and I cannot stop to compare to Lost. There's a lot of similar things, like these people find themselves in this mysterious location, and we can see how the episodes give us details about which character is and their story. That's something that I truly enjoyed. And every episode, you get to understand more about who are these characters. And by episode 6, which I'm now, you already know who they are and where they come from and their ideals. And the director Baron is a master of creating tension and suspense, like we saw in Dark. And here as well, he managed to create this as well and keep his audience engaged, which is something that I have to say. One of the main things that sets the director apart is that he's able to create tension in so many small moments. You're gonna see there's a moment that you see in the trailer that where they're all drink tea. Those moments are filled with suspensions about what is going on, and there's so many questions that every episode goes through that I had to stop and think about everything for a moment, because every episode makes you more questions and more questions about how everything is connecting. So that's something that you have to be aware of, is that do not try to explain or make everything make sense in the beginning episodes. Just watch it, enjoy it, and then start making questions. Actually, I was trying to sleep and I thought an answer to one of the questions that I have. So that's how the show works. It just cannot let you go, similar to what we're going to see in this show. It cannot let go of these characters in this location and why that is. So there's a lot of questions, and I have to say that's not a spoiler or anything, because they're literally adrift in in the ocean, so there's nowhere to go. But there's a lot of questions that the show brings. the director managed to keep his audience or the audience on the edge of our seats. That's something that I felt a lot of times. And this is due to the fact that the director is an expert at using visual cues and editing techniques to build up suspense. This is something that they do a lot. The editing in this show is amazing. I'm not gonna say why because that would be a spoiler, but you can be in one moment and then it changes instantly to something else that you're really like, okay, what is happening? The way that it's so smooth, I'm going from one scene to the next. That's something that you're gonna notice as well. There's a lot of long shots and there's a lot of wide shots where all the crew of the ship is in, like in the dinner scene where it's from the trailer as well, and just that beautiful scene. And the show actually used the same technique that they used to film The Mandalorian in that same space, which was so awesome to see those, night sky, ocean, view, and it makes you feel like you're there as well. And they're not afraid to make wide shot, even when there's some scenes that are not necessarily good for that. It makes me really appreciate the way that it was filmed. The story, of course, is just amazing. For why? Because you want to know what's going on. You want to know what's happening. And every episode, from 1 to 6, every episode answers the questions that you had before. And in by episode 6, I had more questions, and I cannot wait for episode 7 and 8. Now, 1899 explores something that I love, and is the nature of the relationship between humans and their environment. He used the ocean really well. There's some scenes that are like, what is going on? And you will know that when you see it. Also, 1899 has a motif of color and lighting similar to Dark, that I don't know, suspense feeling in those dark scenes, and it's just so good. Now, 1899 is an incredible series that anyone with a love of suspense and sci-fi will enjoy. It's obviously well written and beautifully directed. It has an amazing cast to keep you entertained episode after episode. If you're looking for a show that keeps you guessing until the very end, in this case episode 6 for me, make sure to check out the amazing new series 1899. Thank you to Netflix for providing me the first season. Truly grateful for that opportunity. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Christian from BM Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.